Hi, I'm Molly Angel, owner, certified personal trainer, and certified health coach at LiveWell, and today we're going to go through a mayonnaise recipe. A lot of people are probably wondering why go to all the trouble of making your own mayonnaise when you have so many options at the store, but it's really difficult to find a healthy mayonnaise at the store these days. Most of them contain a soybean oil or preservatives and a lot of just junk that you don't need. So this mayonnaise that we're going to make today is going to be made with extra virgin olive oil and some walnut oil. And I'm going to take you through the steps. A lot of people are intimidated by making their own mayonnaise because it is one of those things that you've got to do it right to get it to turn out in the right consistency. But I promise you this is a foolproof way of making your own mayonnaise at home. The machine that I'm going to use today to make the mayonnaise is a Cuisinart food processor. And I highly recommend using a food processor when you're making mayonnaise. You can make mayonnaise by hand. When I went through culinary art school, I was tested on doing it by hand, but if you're going to be doing your Flex 151 workout after this, I don't recommend doing it by hand because you will wear out. And also some people use immersion blenders. I personally don't own an immersion blender, so I've never tried that before, but every time I've done it in the Cuisinart food processor, it's turned out perfect. And then we're also going to use some farm fresh eggs. This isn't a pasteurized or cooked product, so I recommend finding a local source, a local farmer that you can trust how the chickens are raised, and get some good farm raised eggs. And then we also have our oils. Today I'm using walnut oil, but you could also use hazelnut oil or avocado oil, macademia oil, any one of those nut oils, and then some great extra virgin olive oil. And the extra virgin olive oil is going to have a milder flavor than just a pure virgin olive oil. And this is actually an organic one that you can see is really fresh, and you can actually see the sediment in it there. And then our last ingredient here is just some organic fresh pressed lemon juice. So the first little tip I want to give you too is we only need the yolks out of the eggs, and so I'm going to show you quickly how to separate an egg without any special tools. You don't need to go to the store and buy an egg separator. I basically use the eggshell to separate the egg, so I crack it in two there, and then you just pass it back and forth between the two eggshells, and the egg white naturally falls away from the egg yolk. And you can just put that in the food processor there. And then I try to save my whites and not waste them. You can throw it into your eggs the next morning or use it in your meatloaf recipe as your binder or whatever. So just crack it real fast, go back and forth between the two eggs, and there you go. No fancy tools to get that done. And now we're going to add a tablespoon of the lemon juice and a tablespoon of gluten-free Dijon mustard. And when you're buying your mustard at the store, be sure to read the ingredients on the back, because a lot of them have surprisingly gluten-containing products or artificial ingredients and things like that. So just try to find the purest Dijon mustard that you can find at your local store. So now we're going to add the lid to the processor here and blend these until you see the egg yolks really mixing together there, and the mustard's blending in, and sometimes you can even see it kind of change color as it blends together. And then I just removed this spout here so that I can pour the oil in as it's blending. And so what we're doing here is mayonnaise is an emulsion mixture, which just means basically that two things that shouldn't be mixed together become mixed together because of the whipping motion of the processor. And it's actually the lecithin within the egg yolk that allows that process to happen. And so to begin off here, I'm just going to barely drizzle the oil in because I'm trying to get that emulsion to start. If you don't do it very slowly, what will happen is you'll have a mayonnaise that doesn't come together, and it'll just separate the oil from the egg yolk. So I'm just drizzling it in very slowly. And then once you know that you've got that emulsion started, you can start pouring it in a little bit faster. hear it coming together there. So that's it of the walnut oil. Now I'm going to do the olive oil. Just a 1/4 cup of this. And I can see down in the blender that it's really coming together nice and thick. And then I usually go ahead and stop the processor here, scrape down the sides. So now I'm going to go ahead and open this up and just scrape out the sides a little bit. There's some mustard and egg yolk and stuff that didn't get fully mixed in there. So just going to scrape these sides down real quick and then run the processor for just a few more seconds to make sure it's all mixed well. But you can see it's turned into a nice thick mayonnaise. So now we've got our mayonnaise here. I'll go ahead and take it off and show you. It's nice and thick. And then this can be used just on sandwiches, or it's great with a salmon salad or a tuna salad, or I even make a broccoli salad that I mix it with a little bit of vinegar and make a vinaigrette to put over the broccoli and bacon together. So it lasts for about a week in the refrigerator because it is a fresh product with the raw eggs in it. So don't keep it too long in the refrigerator. It'll be so good you want to eat it up anyway. So for more recipes and more tips, be sure to follow us on our Facebook page or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.